3D printing is arguably the future. It's a way to harness some of the latest technologies and design optimization ideals in a whole variety of innovative and exciting materials.
For me, the appeal is that you can take a digital design and manufacture it instantly. And it's a great feeling. It's very exciting to see it.
I think the future of 3D printing lies in the fact that almost everybody in the world at one stage or another of their life has an idea. And what 3D printing offers to the world, which it never has done before, is the ability or the means to just maybe turn that idea into a reality.
In the sprawling campus of Dublin's UCD lies U3D, a research-based commercial centre that specialises in the exciting and cutting-edge technology that is 3D printing.
We have people who come into our centre with all sorts of great ideas, crazy ideas, ideas that are going to improve the quality of life for people.
It's essentially a whole new dimension. It gives us possibilities, not just within the printing industry, but in the world in general, at large, that literally weren't there before.
It certainly sounds enthralling, but what is it?
3D printing is basically 2D printing again and again, and building up layer upon layer upon layer.
Okay, but what about the technology, the materials and the whole process?
The way the FDM printers work are they generally use plastic filament, which comes on a reel. There's two main types, PLA and ABS. But there are all sorts of different variations of material. Whereas the FDM printers are kind of a cheaper technology, they're a little cruder, and they're more for fun and trialing things. The stereolithographic printers use a plastic resin, and they are able to create a better quality finish, a more accurately formed piece. The objet printer is the best option for that.
I was fascinated by the concept laser metal printer, probably because the machine itself is worth a small fortune. So I asked Jonathan to tell me step by step how it works.
All it is doing is brushing a thin layer of metal powder onto the build plate, and then you have a very large laser melting that powder. So when you have your design, it basically slices it into images. For each layer, a small amount of powder is brushed across. The laser then melts that pattern into the powder, and then the process is repeated again and again and again. Once the layers build up, there is problems with overhangs, but you can see there's support structures to hold them in place. It just repeats that process. It's very like 2D printing in that it just repeats the process again and again to build up the model. And then at the end, you get a finished design that is fully melted stainless steel and is a usable component.
So 3D printing has arguably had its biggest impact actually in the biomedical sector. So in terms of prosthetics, individually designed things for patient solutions, but also going from medical files to 3D printing.
I spoke to Shane, a product design student from DIT who recently commissioned U3D to print a piece for his studies.
It's a medical device, or there's medical devices out there at the moment that are similar to it. Basically, you apply negative pressure to the wound bed, and then it removes the wound exudate, promotes healthy cell proliferation. But the ones out there at the moment, they aren't like wearable. So I've done a few interviews with patients, and they said that they felt vulnerable because all they have is this soft, like a soft wound dressing over the wound bed. Whereas mine, it's designed that it's worn over the wound as well, so it acts like a cast as well.
So what does the future of 3D printing mean for us in Ireland? And is it really going to change our lives?
It's not truly revolutionary in the sense that it's going to replace industry. It's going to complement it and allow for small-scale production of very specialised components.
So you're at home and something breaks. It's your doorknob, it's a small piece on your washing machine, it's something that's long out of warranty. Trying to replace it is almost impossible. And to be able to print it, just on a low-cost machine as a single part, and for a few euros, your problem's been solved.
It is going to become a domestic thing. in 10-15 years time, 3D printer in the home will be just as common as a microwave oven.
People in the future will probably, instead of coming home with photo albums, they'll take their images, they'll put them on Flickr, they'll then download it, and they'll create their own Eiffel Towers as their own souvenirs for that special day. And that, you know, might actually have a little image of themselves next to it as well.